Good morning, good afternoon. It's the 23rd of November. You know what the funniest thing is? Because I've watched back some of these videos, and when it clicks off that little trail at the start, I look quite miserable. So now I actually come on smiling. But because I forget how long's left on that trail, I'm smiling about 10 seconds before it switches off. So I'm like, I just thought, that looks really stupid. Anyway, it's the final week of lockdown. That's the final week of shows then for us. And then it's Christmas. And then we'll do some more next year when we go back into lockdown. No, we're not. Let's not do that. Let's do the headlines. Oh, God, I keep forgetting to do the thing. Here we go. Let's do the headlines. Trial shows Oxford COVID vaccine highly effective. I'm sure on the radio this morning they said it was 70% effective. I'm not sure. The vaccine is cheaper. Well, that's good than other options and easier to distribute around the world. So you'll be able to get it at the pound shop. Gyms and all shops to reopen after the English lockdown. Boris Johnson will unveil this afternoon the latest COVID plans. Includes lifting a ban on outside grassroots sports. That's perfect. Daily COVID test to cut 14-day isolation is going to be trialled. Contacts of people with the virus will not need to quarantine for 14 days if they test negative, the government says. Brilliant. Just a quick one. Graham Norton, who is leaving Radio 2 on a weekend, will be replaced by Claudia Winkleman. I don't like Claudia. I like Graham, though. He's quite funny. Anyway, let's see who's in the green room today. It's Mark. Mark is here. Morning, Mark.
Morning.
And Darren with a booming microphone. Morning, Darren.
Morning. Trying to get that better nachos than me.
It's what's happening there is that you've got a great microphone, but awful internet connection this morning.
Swapping as we speak.
Oh, okay then. All right.
Oh, look at that. You can swap. Where was you in the early days of lockdown for me?
Yeah, where were you then? Well, he was the one who was, he's BT, so he's got loads of internet connections. He's now frozen, so which is hilarious. Let's just put him on the big screen. There he is. That is a picture. I am taking that picture just there. Hang on a second. Here we go. That's perfect. Let's get him off. Oh, that's funny. Where's he gone? He's gone now.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, well, I think we need to get on to the headlines a bit.
Are we? I don't know. I'm just in a very jolly mood. I'm quite happy.
It is like you say, the last week of this program.
Yeah.
Last week before we return. I don't know. I just keep hearing rumours that we're going to get the 5 days of Christmas. Then we're going to have another 30 days of lockdown.
You're frozen now. Is that me?
I don't know. I seem to be moving. Yeah. But we're going to get 30 days of 30 more days of lockdown if we get 5 days of Christmas. What's your opinion on that one?
Thanks, mate.
You were sat there frozen like that for about a minute.
Oh, dear me. What a looker.
Gorgeous. Doesn't look a day over 52.
If anyone's tuning into this, I mean, really, yeah.
Someone, no, why I'm just jollying it up because somebody texted in over the weekend and said, "Oh, it's a show on Monday," and they just said, "No," they just said, "Oh, it's just great to come on." And what we were talking about something last week, and we touched on. Was it diarrhea or something? Anyway, yeah, that was it. We were talking about COVID symptoms last week, weren't we? And we were talking about diarrhea. And someone said, "Oh, I loved watching you." Like, wasn't sure about the diarrhea while I was eating my sandwiches, though. Okay, all right, fair enough. It just came across that we didn't plan to talk about it. But anyway, sorry, Mark, you were talking about coming out of lockdown.
I'm really looking forward to it. Basically, I think we're all kind of looking forward to it, and. Yeah, my wife said to me the other day, she said, "Are you really enjoying your work?" And I said, "Yeah, I love my work. But I hate the idea of this whole second lockdown because it doesn't feel like we're in a lockdown. It just feels that we're in prison." And someone said that today. So, like, we're restricted from what we can do, and therefore your home is not home working anymore. It feels like a cell, and that's what it is. It just feels it just feels a little bit like your restrictions are taken away, your liberty is taken away. Yet, Matt, you can walk down the road, but what can you do? You walk down the road, that's about it. I mean,
Go Tesco's.
I just feel that I don't want 5 days of you can see your family to end up with another 30 days lockdown. That's what the rumours are.
Well, no, I don't agree with you at all, actually, because it's. You want to tell my bank account? Because I went to Costco at the weekend and I found somewhere to go and spend money, so it's fine. And I literally said that. Funny enough, because I said the same thing at the weekend, because we were in the car. Now, the motorway was quieter on Saturday. I've got to admit, it looked quieter. But I said to Tina, I said, "This is. There's nothing I have stopped me doing what I normally do. I just." Maybe because I'm insular, I don't know. But
well, you are.
Maybe
you are because I mean,
maybe not going out to a pub. That's the only thing. Well, there we go.
Go to a restaurant, have lunch, run meetings. In my respect for the event.
Well, in your business, yes, that's right. But don't just cover everybody with the same blanket. Oh, we're all in prison. Oh dear.
Hang on, no. My point is this.
Are you sleeping with another bloke above you? Is that how it is? Are you eating 3 times a day? I don't know how it's working that you're in a prison, mate.
I think.
I mean, I've never been to prison, but blimey.
We do need some perspective. I think certainly from an ex-soldier that's a bit extreme, Mark. But you know what I mean. But I just think I know what you're saying. I know that we're restricted and everything else, but. If you go back in all of the sort of, I don't know, national emergencies going back in time, we're being asked, and I know that I'm getting fed up of it. I'm absolutely Groundhog Day. I don't know what day it is, even though I'm working. And the weekends feel like, you know, everything's a mush, isn't it? It's a real mush because there's nothing to look forward to and no holidays and we can't really see the end of it. But we're being asked to watch Netflix, drink beer. It's barely prison, you know what I mean? I don't know what your marriage is like, Mark, but it's barely prison.
Well, you know what it's like down there in Gloucester, because it's like, you know, the prisons are very good down there.
Look at that, sounds nice.
Oh yeah, you're missing the point here. If you got,
we're not. You said we didn't bring prisons up. You brought prisons up.
Look, I did do 14 days in the army. Yeah, and that was
hello.
Yeah, well, it was a grueling time actually because I'm ex-cavalry, and anyone who's out there who is a bit more, I've got to be careful here, but has a trade behind them. I ended up in an infantry nick in Cyprus, and that's a total different scenario because.
Sorry. Wait a minute. Sorry, you were in a nick in Cyprus.
Yeah. So.
What? So you were nicked? You were arrested?
It was an army jail. I was sentenced to.
What did you do?
Can we have some vetting before we let people on the show, Matt? We've got ex-convicts.
I want to know what. I want to know what you did. What did you do?
Oh, mate, we were squaddies. We were young. I mean, yeah.
Just murder.
Yeah.
I haven't used these things all the way through lockdown. You should be very happy about that.
I love it. So I put some perspective on it. I mean, we're cavalry. Yeah, we don't march. We don't do anything like that. We ended up, me and my best mate, in sentenced to 14 days in an infantry nick in the island of on Cyprus in Paphos, and it seems glamorous. Trust me. When you're in overalls.
It doesn't sound glamorous to me.
In the 30-degree heat, picking up litter from the beach while everyone is in their bikinis, all the rest of it. I mean, yeah, it was torture, trust me. And I remember the sergeant saying to us, if you're good, bear in mind, it's boiling hot, if you're good, you can have a treat. He's like, wow, yeah, can of pop, something like that, or even a beer. I'll give you a Mars bar. Who wants a Mars bar in flipping sizzling heat?
I bet you the heat really messed with your hair though, didn't it? Is that you working on the beach?
Oh, that's cruel.
I'm flicking through here.
I was a young man.
I don't know why. I don't know. Is that right? I've just got them all stored on my thing here.
Oh, dear me.
Is that one?
Oh,
Remember that one? Oh dear.
sorry, Darren. I'm trying to put something in the content to that. Yeah.
We get more
You
viewers.
failed miserably.
I'm still not sure what's happening there.
Thievery. Oh, dear.
See what religion you are there. Anyway, so you're in prison and you're collecting rubbish on the beach. And then your sergeant major comes along and gives you a Mars bar.
Yeah, we get a treat. But I just remember being stood outside, in a Greens fatigue. If you go back to pretty much, I don't know, not so much Dad's army, but definitely on the stroke of that kind of on the veranda. We're on this veranda and it's boiling us. And the corporal goes to us like, "Do you like drill?" To this squad, to this infantry guy, and he's like, yes sir. Do you like drill? Next one, yes sir. Comes to me, "Do you like drill?" "Yes sir." Yeah. Comes my mate, he says, "Do you like drill?" He's like, "Not really." I'm thinking, he's doing a high jump here. Who says that? He's going to be beasting while we're sitting here watching. No, you know what? He said, he come back, he said, "You're the one who didn't like drill, didn't you?" And I was like, "Yes, we've got him now." And he goes, "No worries, grab yourself a brew, have a sit here." We were beasted for 2 hours in the blistering heat while he was having the brew. Now, put that into content. He's now an investment banker. Now, he just said it all, doesn't he? He's done so much better than I have in life.
I don't know what to say now.
I'm still wondering what he's done.
I want to know what he did. What did you do? You can't remember, can you?
We used to have the swap over MOD 90 in Cyprus in the UN and have a UN pass, if you like. So we done an R&R weekend, and it's been like, you go wild, don't you? So none of us gave our passes in. So I thought, no worries, we're going to go wild. We trash the place, we take a few things, it's not a problem. You got no TV in the barracks, we'll take it. We were drunk. We were still drunk at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning when we left the building. But we didn't realise the lad who I obviously got arrested with, gave him his ID, so he knew exactly where we were. We've got this TV, we got the towels from the hotel. I mean, everyone nicks towels. They're on the squad. He's like, across a clothesline, the RMPs come in and say, "Right, lads, we've had a complaint from the hotel. They've been trashed. TVs have gone missing. We're watching this TV." They moved the towels across to see where we are. And they said, and there was some towels stolen. "Do you know anything about it?" And my mate said to me, just before they come, "You say anything, we're going down. Don't say anything." For 48 hours, we held out. And as I was being marched down, I said to him, "You told me not to say anything." I was going to admit straight away. Because they give you the old patter. If you say something now, if you give up now, nothing will happen. It'll be a slap in the face. That's it. 14 days, Nick. Thanks.
You see, when you were just saying that there, Mark, it sounded like you were held out for 48 hours, and it like in the army. I thought always been like if someone just picked up that bit of information, they thought, "Oh, look at him! He's been out there with his guns in the sand in Cyprus, holding out." But no, you're just holding out. Not telling him you've nicked a TV.
This is just proof Boris's theory, hasn't it? As soon as he lets people like Mark out of lockdown, they go on rampage, smash up TVs, and nick towels. You know what I mean?
So let's get this back on track then. So he's going to announce. I don't understand this because looking at the news, he doesn't have to announce anything because it's already out there this morning. So we're going to come out of lockdown next week, and then it's back into the tier system, which is good. I understand that. And so a little bit more restrictions. But they're going to give us these 5 days over Christmas. I know we touched on it last week, but we didn't know the full details. So they're going to give us 5 days over Christmas where we can see 3 different households. So is that right? Should we be doing that? Is COVID having Christmas off?
Well, it's not about that, is it? He's doing it because he knows if he doesn't, it will
Yeah,
happen anyway. And then it would just cause so much more challenges and unrest and everything else. The reality is he's just doing what we'd all do regardless. And he's doing it in a control manner. I think it's the right thing to do. I don't think he stands a chance. And the reality is with COVID is we are going to constantly yo-yo until we've all vaccinated. We're just going to yo-yo. It's just the way it's going to be. We're just literally going to go in and out of lockdown. We're going to watch the peaks. Bute at the moment's really spiked. I say really spiked. We're talking in the 30s, so there's some perspective there. But we're now, I think, the Cornwall's capital of COVID. Bute is weirdly.
Well, it's not bad, Your Honour.
Absolutely, but I think it's that percentage where they look at that percentage per population as well. We're right above where we should be as well. Right. Okay. So. Yeah, I think it's the right thing to do, but we're going to yo-yo regardless. I think we're just going to have to accept that.
I think you're right saying, Darren, that it's if you didn't put it in place, we'd do it anyway, and that would cause people to go, oh well, I broke it once, I'll break it again, But at least if he's going to say, look, get there, just do it, just be careful, for God's sake, just be careful. That's all it is.
Yeah,
stop looking at each other's faces. That's what you got to do.
I think you watch some of the political moves he's made, like the free school meals was just a big cock up. You think, why on earth, even if you completely didn't want to give any kids any meals and you were totally against it, you'd still do it from a political point of view because it's a win-win. But, but I think I'm starting to believe some small conspiracies, like everything being leaked out. It's a softening of the message every time. It's been leaked out on purpose because the message then it saturates through us throughout a day or two. We sort of get used to it. Then he tells us, and the message isn't so hard then. And I think it's the same with Christmas. It's like, we'll give you Christmas upwards, but they're going to go into a strict tier system after Christmas, aren't they? They will lock us down again. So
well, it will be. I want to know what's happening New Year's Eve. I mean, they're not spoken about that. I mean, I take it we're not going to be able to go out, or the pubs aren't going to be open any later. So,
there's talk of the entertainment, or at least the hospitality industry, are taking the government or applying for an extension, and this is where the 10 o'clock issue is coming to it now. So 10 o'clock is going to be a closing time, and 11 o'clock is going to be, and when you leave,
last orders at 10.
Yeah, last
leave at 11.
Give me an hour. Because they're putting a claim into the Supreme Court, whatever, the High Court, just to say, this needs to be stopped. It's killing us right now. So I don't know where you're going to get away the New Year though, because I think that's.
I don't know.
It's going to
be.
Watch TV.
Well, we're having a conversation this afternoon regarding Flashback Radio. Do I do a live New Year's Eve set? You see, this is the thing. If the pubs aren't open, then I'll do a live thing. So, but it's.
So, wonder your advert can come on the bottom there, like Flashback Radio.
What for?
Just saying, like your big push for your Flashback Radio. Actually, Darren, I did tune in.
We got that. I've got that one. Social commands, www.socialcommand.co.uk. There you go. Black Friday deals.
I did.
Get them while you can.
I did tune into your Flashback Radio. And,
we didn't see you mention anything on Friday. That was a Friday before you did it.
Yeah, Friday before, but I listened this time because last time I said something, Darren, I just got a load of reviews. I literally did get a load of reviews. It was like, it was like having your personal DJ just pop at you from all the way from Birmingham. You get some random bloke in chicks be asking for things. Please.
It's surprising how many people say, "Oh yeah, we heard you. Oh, why didn't you say something?" Oh, no, I don't want to say anything. In case take the pee out of us. That's my job.
Seriously, this is like all that. But getting back to the serious note, no, I don't agree. I think the PMs. No, I just want to say that because you didn't agree with me earlier. I feel you're absolutely right now. We'll do it anyway. I mean, the survey's going now of people saying, if you were in another lockdown, would you agree with it? And I just love the fact that people coming back with no. And you can't tell me Facebook are tracking that. There's no way. I'm going to tell you if I'm going to abide by it or not. I'm going to put it on a survey.
I don't think they won't keep those details like that. So you can get the police come on knocking on your door. But it's.
I like that. Someone put on there, you're going to have a party that's greater than 6. All dress up, make it a fancy dress party, and all dress up as police, so it looks like someone's already grabbed you, and everyone thinks they've already attended. So,
well, who's who? That's funny. That is quite funny. So the other thing that was obviously going to come along is the if you go into this 14-day, if somebody, what do you call it now?
Isolation.
Isolation, thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
So 40-day isolation, you can get a test and reduce that down to 7 days. I think they should have done that ages ago themselves, because I think that's a great idea and that'll speed things up. But
well, it would mean that people would go out more and take the test. As my wife accuses me, it's people like me who won't take tests. I won't take a test. If I've got a snuffling cold, I'm not going to go and see if I've got COVID. Now, I say that because, she got locked down first, isolated, because she came in contact with someone who did have COVID. She's a serving police officer. Great. Okay. I went out for 2 weeks. She stayed in the house. That was horrendous. And then she said she got some aches and pains last week. I was on the school last week, type thing, and she went and did a COVID test at 7:30 at night. The worst 24 hours of my life. It really was. I've got all the kids in the house, my wife, all of us are isolated now because she's had this test come back negative. So you know what? If you've got a headache, you haven't got COVID.
Yes, again, Mark. What this is telling me is that you don't like your family.
Jail again. He feels like he's in prison.
This is jail. I'm in jail with my kids and my wife. I don't like them, and they all look. They seem to be nice.
Oh,
kids.
bless them.
Oh, they're all yours, aren't they, Mark?
They are all mine, yes.
No, they weren't. Somebody just jumped in there.
The grumpy one there, Sophie's, he's just becoming this one on. Sophie's on the left there, like on my screen. She's becoming the right little one. I tell you, she is dry.
They do.
You'd actually get on with her really well. She was she's so witty. She'd just cut you down.
She's witty. Didn't get it from you then. So it was. What was I going to say then? Because I was concentrating on that joke and I completely lost it. I'm just trying to say that is really all I've got to say. That's all the points I was raising today.
Well, what about the vaccine today? Because I must admit, I saw a little bit about it today.
Was that it? That was the other thing. That
thing that's saving our lives, mate. That thing, yeah.
That was it. It wasn't about that, but they came on the radio this morning when my alarm radio came on this morning on my Alexa thingy. 6:15. The first thing they said was that it was 70%. Yeah. It works.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think everyone's reading a lot into that, and they said that
because it's 70%.
The greater dosage is up to 90%, but this is again the common sense and the pragmatism of lovely UK, which they don't have. A flu vaccine is 50%, but we all go and have it, and we're all really thankful of it. So you're only getting 50% of the flu vaccine. If someone said 70%, a few weeks back, we'd all be like, yeah, that's great. Before Pfizer and everyone else came out with theirs, we'd all be like, that's brilliant. But also, Pfizer's one just isn't practical. It's not going to happen because
it's too
transport it at -70, and even if you look at the other one, I can't think what the name of the other one is, but even that one is a freezer. You've got to freeze it, and the Cambridge one is fridge. So straight away it can be transported and distributed, and it's practical.
And that's what they're saying.
That's what's worrying me.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying that like the ease of it, the cost of it. And that's the other thing, where you put a cost on people's lives, I don't know. But obviously, someone is making a quick look with Pfizer saying it's 90%, and then ultimately you're going to pay, oh, fantastic, how much are you going to pay for that?
Yeah.
Well, Pfizer have licensed that to be produced in India anyway. That'll be dirt cheap as well. Pfizer will be. But the English one, I think the Oxford one is the price of a cup of coffee, they've said. So.
Is it?
Depends
and again, there's an interesting fact though, because I did say this to my dad last night. I said that if they turned around to the pub and went, "Would you pay for your own?" I'm sure that every single one of them people who wanted an injection would go, "There you go." So why they're even worried about the cost is another thing. Make everybody pay. Make everybody buy it.
Well, not everybody. I think if you, I think you should get it to the point where if you want it first, I know this is, but you have to be careful here because it does go into a class system, doesn't it? But if you do want it first, then you can just pay for it, and it will say the government paying for it, and I think that should be an option. But they should initially go for the over 60s or 65 or whatever, and then people with underlying problems, then they should be injected as well. And let the government get on with that. But if you want to jump in and just go, yeah, I'll pay me 20 quid, I'll have it done, thank you very much, I'd do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have an issue at all.
It was a price of coffee. Where are you going for your coffee?
Have you seen it in Dulwich? No, but I think I think the Pfizer ones, I think it's going to be £18 something is the actual what they've worked it out at. Jesus, who was that?
Don't know.
Oh,
that was really loud.
It was Mark, I could see.
Blimey.
No, but I just don't think the Pfizer one even is going to come to fruition because the transportation efforts behind that, it's just phenomenal. The type of bags it has to be in dry ice. Even the training required in taking it out of that, you literally, you touch it, your fingers fall off, and that's no exaggeration. That's how cold it is. Our freezers are at minus 18, minus 70. It's just, it's.
I thought it was minus 18. I thought that's what it was, minus
18. 70.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're talking dry ice trucks. What happens if one of them trucks has a crash? There's all sorts of mad stuff that.
All the leaves are going to be frozen. Well, that's what we did in our science lesson. All the flowers.
It'd be like, was it the Terminator where he's shattered? It'd be like
that's it.
Some person.
They'll be stored in those things in Jurassic Park. Where they in the first one where they pull out the actual egg things and then all the steam comes out. That's what it's going to be like.
Absolutely. So I think Cambridge looks really good to me. I'm feeling that one. It's sort of just put it in your fridge with your antibiotics or whatever else.
Yeah, that'd be great. New glasses, by the way. I bought some new glasses.
Oh, Matt, don't start me on glasses.
Why?
Well, I turned 50, as you know, last Thursday.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we know.
Welcome.
I had a very funny but quite sad story with my brother. But no, it wasn't sad at the time. It was hilarious. What happened? We went out for a drink over in Bude. We stopped over at we watched a band, and then we stopped on the way back for hoping this pub was open. It happened to be. We ended up drinking with the owner, who loved Land Rover. My brother was a big boss in Land Rover and his own internet business. That was it. We had our discussion sewn up for the night and free drinks. So then we walked back some ridiculous time in the morning, and we stumbled. It was pouring down with rain. It was like a scene from Saving Private Ryan. My brother's a big lad, and we were rolling all the way across the golf course back to my house, and it was just, all I remember was getting up in the morning. Our trousers were in the kitchen still, covered in sand. We must have been in a couple of bunkers at some stage. And he just said, I've lost my glasses, I can't drive home. So anyway, long story short, I messaged half of Bude to look for these glasses, and about 4 or 5 days later, after asking everybody, searching the whole golf course, they were in my top pocket in my coat. So my sister-in-law, lovely, she sent me these glasses as a present. She said they're destined to be with you anyway, which was, very emotional, whatever else. But the even more emotional news is I put them on and then realised I need glasses. They made everything sharp. I was like, I'm just turned 50, and I realised it makes everything sharper.
That's the thing. Did you, when you put them on, when you look at your phone, when you first put your readers on, my God, it's like having a new phone.
Oh no, mine's the opposite. It's not readers. I'm fine that way. It's long distance. Yeah, I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted.
Oh, those are proper glasses then.
Yeah. So I've got to find something stylish, mate. So I'll be,
Oh yeah, Costco, yeah. Costco. These are only readers. 2.5%.
Yeah.
Costco, $9.99 for a pack of 4.
Bargain.
Brilliant. Anyway, that is it for today. I've really enjoyed today's. I've really enjoyed that. That was great. Thanks a lot, Mark.
You have to come on again.
Yes.
Well, I hope you're not incarcerated for too long.
Everybody try and make it back on Wednesday, and then the final one on Friday if you can.
Okay.
Don't worry if you can't. We'll just send it. I'll find some more things for next week. That is it, everybody. We will see you on Wednesday. See you all, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.